Okay, so this is the answer for the part C. Based on the PowerPoint of our group, first, the title is Increasing the Confidence of Class 4A Students When Public Speaking. Why would we choose this topic, first of all? And how does the problem start? So we see clearly that when a lecturer asks a student to actually deliver a speech in front of the class, some of it probably talk unclearly and sounding like mumbles. They're like not confident enough to talk in public or in front of the class. Like the lack of confidence in them, making them talk very softly and sounds like a mumbles. Also, when they're talking, there are a lot of fillers like a long pause that is actually affecting the speech itself. So my group using the research methods. In this study, we're gonna use the questionnaire method. The purpose of this conference is not conference. The purpose of this is to study and to help students of class 4A to improve their confidence in public speaking. The respondent, of course, is the class 4A public speaking students. The instrument, we're going to share the questionnaire to the class 4A public speaking students, and they need to fill the forms of our questionnaire based on their own experience and their knowledge about it. And then the instrument is, as commonly we will use Google Form as our tool to collect data from students in class 4A. The identifications of the problems are, first, students are struggling with their confidence, as well as I've answered in part D in part D, if I'm not mistaken, that when we are giving public speaking, it is very important to remember the do's, which is talking confidently, using confident voice, so that we can talk quite louder in order for the audience to be able to hear us. So by this, we're going to study why the students of class 4A public speaking are not confident enough with their performance. And then the second one, speaking in public become a harder subject to study and learn. Yeah, it is related to the first point of the lack of confidence. And then the third is manage the timing. Manage the timing is like when we are given the periods of the limited time of to talk about what we have in mind or our speech. It is very wise to actually just use the outline and follow the outline so that we don't waste so much time in order to just think what to talk about next, what to think about next. And it is also related to not use too much fillers when giving speech. The last one is things that students should do and not to do while speaking. I have mentioned in the answer of part D that there are several do's and don'ts that the students have to do during the public speaking, such as for the do's are maintain direct eye contact, speaking confidently and loudly in order for the audience to clearly hear us and understand what we're saying. And then for another do's is using the presentation or PowerPoint that is very simple and not too full and stuff, in order for the people to be able to understand what is the points that is going to be stated during our presentation. And for the don'ts, of course, it is the vice versa of the do's, such as don't make a bad eye contact, of course, or don't lose focus on the audience, because once you lose focus on them, or when you don't really make a direct eye contact to them, they will think that you don't really pay attention to them. And then for the presentation part or the PowerPoint stuff is that when we making a PowerPoint, it is very simple. It is very important for us not to put a lot of stuffs on it, so that it will not be very crowded and people could understand the points that we're going to stating out in our presentation. And then there is questions of the research. What kind of method that the audience gonna use for the research, and then why did the author write an article about the public speaking, and then who will be the subject of this research, and the last one is how much does increase the confidence affect on public speaking. And then there is like variable one, of course, public speaking, and the variable, the second, is increasing the confidence. So they are both, those two variable actually linked to each other, because like when it comes to public speaking, it is very important for us to actually increasing our confidence, so that we will master our public speaking and be able to talk about what the topic is about clearly. And then what is variable one? The variable one is process of making speeches in public. And then what is the variable second? Variable seconds is a skill that needs to catch the audience attention, just as I've mentioned in do's and don'ts. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum.